In the shadow of decay I rise, typhus the herald beneath poison skies. With nobles rot I lay worlds to waste. The reaper's scythe, no life can escape. Beneath the flies, beneath the filth, I spread the plague with a twisted will. From festering wounds, corruption grows in the heart of death. God, where despair flows. I am the harbinger, the bringer of disease. In Noble's name I spread death with ease. Vessels wash me hand in hand. Rivers of filth drown the land. I am typhus, master of decay. In the name of ruin I claim the day. Light crumbles to dust. Wherever I tread, rot consumes the just. Space hulks reek of a foul rebirth. Carriers of plague across the cursed earth. Beneath the flies, beneath the filth, I spread the plague with a twisted will. From festering wounds, corruption grows in the heart of death. God, where despair flows. I am the harbinger, the bringer of disease. In Noble's name I spread death with ease. Vessels wash me hand in hand. Rivers of filth drown the land. I am typhus, master of decay. In the name of ruin I claim the day. The Imperium's light crumbles to dust. Wherever I tread, rot consumes the just. Space hulks reek of a foul rebirth. Carriers of plague across the cursed earth. Beneath the flies, beneath the filth, I spread the plague with a twisted will. From festering wounds, corruption grows in the heart of death. God, where despair flows. I am the harbinger, the bringer of disease. In Noble's name I spread death with ease. Vessels wash me hand in hand. Rivers of filth drown the land. I am typhus, master of decay. In the name of ruin I claim the day. Language howl, the guising
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Disgustingly Resilient podcast. I'm here, Death God Dave, with Aiden Smalley. Aiden, how are you?
I'm very good, thank you. It's a great day. It's a fantastic day. A brilliant day. Not even just for a Death Guard player, for all Warhammer players.
Well, almost all Warhammer players.
Almost.
Yeah, there's a small undercurrent of the community.
A minority, you might say.
A minority, yeah, who are maybe not so happy.
Just slightly. Oh, but let's be honest. They're probably making it all exaggeratory. I'm sure it's not that bad.
It's not that bad.
It's not that bad.
It can't be that bad.
Yeah, it can't be.
It's not that bad.
Exactly.
No,
they'll be fine. I'm sure. It's not like the second fall of their entire empire or anything like that.
No. It's not like the demon who and the chaos god they're almost terrified of wrote some rules. Apparently.
Exactly. It's like, who would think that? Like, come on. Like. And it's not like they had been doing certain things recently that would lead to this as a consequence of their own actions. So like,
Absolutely not.
Exactly. So it's all fine.
Yeah, it's all good.
But yeah, it is Dataslate Day though, isn't it, Mr. Dave?
It is, and I think we were hoping maybe for some bits for ourselves, but actually quite happy, I think, with what overall happened. I'd rather take what happened than that not happened and we'd got some stuff.
Oh, 100%. But what does the chat think of what is going on? We've got a couple of people already up to 66 viewers already. Yeah. Jesus Christ, people are hungry.
I know. They are just like she who thirsts was hungry for some soul stones.
Nice,
nice. What I mean, chat. I think the early chat is a bit sad. I think about poor PBC. Says Wimac. We got a big finally from Matt Gricolo, and Justice for Roticus is already trending in the chat.
They did my boy dirty.
Yeah. He's good.
I still think he's good. Like it's just a bit too good. Abused by those Chaos Knight players and those damn despoilers.
No, I know. The disband, Spit, which went up as well, didn't it?
Yes, which actually will affect us. So we will touch on that as well. I mean, obviously, before we just get going, let's have a quick reminder that if you do enjoy the content we do make on this channel, hello, maybe you're new here. We're the Discussing Resilient podcast. We are a Death Guard focused channel. There's usually 3 of us. We're missing Mr. War Dog William tonight. He's unfortunately preoccupied. There you go. Yeah, the trilobe is down to a duolobe. It doesn't have the same ring to it. But yeah, we basically are a podcast fully dedicated. Well, not even a podcast, it's on a YouTube channel. Fully dedicated to competitive Death Guard. We are one-trick ponies. We will be here when Death Guard are useless. We'll be here when they're on top of the meta. We just play Death Guard. We love Death Guard. So yeah, and if you enjoy the content, feel free to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, helps the channel. And if you really enjoy it, consider becoming a Plague Marine member. So it starts from $2.99 a month. Any tier at all gets you access to our amazing Discord, which has how many people now, Dave? 1,400 something?
Over. I think it's 1,500. I think it might be even in the 1,500 now. It's gone pretty wild. I will give you a little live count.
And it's still genuinely one of the most like active faction specific Discords I've ever been in. There's always chat going on for every single detachment. Jesus Christ. So yeah, if you want to get involved in that, you can consider becoming a member. Once you've paid once, you are in for life. So even if you pay £3 and then cancel your subscription straight away, you'll get to Discord. You'll never be kicked. That is a promise we keep to you. As long as Discord lets us keep adding members, we will never 100%. Kick you. And it's a cool, awesome little community. Despite having nearly 1,500 people, we've only ever had to kick, unfortunately, 2 now. We had 1 troublemaker recently, Mr. Dave.
We did.
That
wasn't me, by the way. I haven't been kicked.
It wasn't you, Dave. No, it wasn't. It was Will.
It was Will.
It was Will. He was kept talking about War Dogs or something like that. So yeah, give it a consider, and it helps support the channel and keep doing what we're doing, and helps keep making sure that all of our content we create is 100% free. Anyway, you're not here to listen to me ramble on about that and shield myself. So, what are we going to start with, Mr. Dave? Because obviously, Dataslate came out. Was there any core rule changes to the game? I don't think there was this time, was there?
I don't think there was. And what we should probably cut, but I guess the easy other one is, I guess, what happened to us?
Yeah, because I mean, let's be honest. It's going to be quite quick to cover for Death Guard in this one, because. Not much happened. I think the worst bit is we did bingo yesterday, Dave. We had so many good calls on bingo. I'm just going to quickly pull it up.
You
Camera's
did.
going to go weird for a second. I apologise, everyone. We had so many good calls on the bingo sheet. And some of them might still come true, but everything to do with Death Guard is basically broken. Because, well, not much happened. So I'll pull this up now for myself. I'll keep it here.
Okay.
But yeah, I wouldn't expect to see too many here. We were hoping, like some of the hopes that we did have for Death Guard was Poxwalkers getting stealth back in Flyblown Host. We really wanted that one. Great. Didn't happen.
I really wanted that one.
PBC was remain in indirect purgatory. Now that did happen. PBCs did not come down in points, so actually scratch that one on there. Hell yeah. We wanted to see a Typhus point drop to make it more competitive against the LOC and the LOV. You didn't get that, unfortunately.
Good call, guys, though.
True. He's still good. He's still good. Don't get me wrong. He's still good, but he's just not. We want to see like 5 points, even 10 points, something like that.
I agree. Yeah.
We hoped that the Defiler would lose its stupid pie plate. Now, to be fair, I haven't checked that, but I'm 99% sure that didn't happen. I'm pretty sure it didn't happen.
Double check, but I don't think it did.
Yeah. Some of them are happy though. We also predicted the Demon Engines would get nerfed. Did that happen, Mr. Dave?
No, it did not.
It did not. None of our Demon Engines actually got nerfed.
Nope.
So because that's something I was genuinely expecting, was the Demon Engines to get like maybe 10 points put on them.
Yeah.
But thankfully they didn't. So happy days on that one. We got one though. Justice for the Land Raider. Get in.
Finally. Finally, yeah, in parity now with the rest. It was a little quality of life hygiene cleanup.
Yeah, so 20 points off our Land Raiders makes them on par with every other Land Raider in the game, which is obviously just where it should probably have been last time. I think they were so scared of having a single green thing on the death guard sheet. They were like, we can't do that. We can't do that.
No.
We'll
Justice
give
for
them 3
Zito.
months. So yeah, Zito has already told me he's taking his wife and children out for a meal tonight to celebrate.
Good.
So
And the Land Raider?
And the Land Raider's going to be there. Yep, the Land Raider's going to get
another.
it's
nice.
going to get a kiddie
nice
meal
place.
for the Land Raider. May even treat
awesome.
to a steak, an adult one.
Nice.
Land Raiders, awesome. Then we had no point drops on the useless Virions. That did come true. No points drops on anything.
Good prediction.
Zito predicted Spawn might come down in points because ECs did. Unfortunately, that is not the case. Ours are still there, which is still good, to be fair. It's not like a bad thing for us.
It's still well pointed, yeah.
Yeah. Then we also had a Blight Lord point drop. That didn't happen either. We had literally no Death Guard changes, so that did happen. We 100% nailed that fucker.
Yeah.
Well, actually, no,
Technically,
that's not true, because we did get changes.
No, it's not true.
It's not true, actually. We didn't get it.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, that. Okay, I'll go into the more core ones as we go over, but for now, Morty's Hammer getting a rework? Nope, didn't happen.
Nope.
Lord of Pox's points drops? Nope, didn't happen.
Nope.
Revolting Regeneration went up in points? Nope.
Nope.
Oh yeah, Jack Kwan. I hope Jack Kwan is in the chat. If you are here, Jack Kwan said last night,
Go on.
I bet demons get nerfed because of Chaos Knights. And what happened?
Yes, we got a bit of movement.
Yeah, poor Rotigus.
He's gone up.
He caught 15 points of a nerf.
He did. He caught some shrapnel.
Yeah, so as we all know, unfortunately, that means he is now completely untakeable, garbage, useless. No, I'm only joking, of course. He's still really good for his points. 265 is nothing, really.
It's really good, yeah.
It's a bit annoying because the Taliban list I was running, which was the one Derek kind of made, was 2k on the nose, so I've got to find 15 points. But currently I've just took the normal bloat drone, knocked it down to a second unit Chaos Spawn, and I still think that'll function perfectly fine.
I think it will.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about that, to be honest with you. But yeah, so we did get a slight nerf on that one. Beckoning Blight getting its Rapid Ingress 6 fixed. No, it didn't, baby. We can still Rapid Ingress 6 on that bad boy.
That's a good thing.
That is a good thing. Hell yeah. We had Plague Casters getting nerfed. Nope. Go away with that one. Good old Plague Bus kicking ass again. And then we had the Despoiler getting nerfed. Now, this did actually happen.
Yeah, he went up.
He did. So
he's up to, what's he up to now? 395?
I think he's 390. He went up 15, I think, from 375. Which is not crazy. It's not only 15 points. But again, if you were taking Despoiler as an ally, that is 15 more points. You probably have to drop an enhancement or degrade one of your other units to get that in there now. Still think it's perfectly fine. Like, there's still a really good unit. I don't think you'll be upset about that.
Yeah,
too much.
390.
Pathetic Blight Haulers back to units of 3. Nope, that didn't happen. Plague Marines dropped. Nope. And Predators dropped. So they were all the ones that none of them happened. So they were all the guesses we had for Death Guard.
Shame, they were all good guesses. They were all good,
they were all
sensible predictions.
Guesses.
Yeah, they were.
Absolutely fantastic guesses. You know what else is fantastic? Some of the people in the lovely chat there, Mr. Dave, who have been very so kind.
I noticed.
Would you like to cover them for us?
Yeah, Cullen Collar, a 3204. Welcome to being a Plague Marine. Thank you very much for support. We really appreciate it. As Aidan said, get yourself into that Discord. You can head on over to all the tabs in the homepage, and you'll find details there. Thank you very much for joining us, but obviously stay and watch the rest of this first. Mr. Orange67 sent a membership. Thank you very much. Really kind. Great to support that. And Plantis got it and already said thank you. So we didn't even need to remind the person who got it to say thank you. So well mannered. You're welcome here. And then Live Teddy also welcome to being a Plague Marine tier. That's awesome. So 2 people joining. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. 2 people joining and a gifted. So if you do want to get yourself to the Discord once you become a Plague Marine, very quickly instructions. Just go to our YouTube channel homepage. There'll be a button that says See Perks. Click that. There'll be a link to get you in the Discord. Once you're on our Discord, go to your Discord settings, connections, and link your YouTube, your Discord together, and that will unlock the full server for you. Awesome. So,
do you want to just read? Sorry, while we're just doing that, Phil Gager's just dropped saying, do you want to just read that one and answer it?
Yeah, so that's a good segue. So he put, cheers, gents. Do you think firstly, thank you for 11 months of membership there, Phil Gager. Really appreciate that. Because cheers, gents. Do you think we'll be hitting top tables more often now? So I think yes. And it's not because we got buffed, but it's because the game around us has kind of changed quite a bit. There's been some noticeable nerfs to some of the top armies in the game. Where should we even start with this one then, Dave?
So, I think I'm sorry, I'm just looking up just out my window because I think I've got a delivery driver. Do you want to?
I'll take go.
Sorry, guys, I need to get it. My dog's going mad. Hold on.
No worries. So, Admech have took a massive points nerf. No real rules nerfs, but they've actually gone up in points quite a bit. I think Sam, who's my friend who was playing Admech at the time, his list alone has gone up 200 points. So you can expect to see like almost like near 2 units cut from those lists, which again is going to be really good for us. Sort of like again brings down that top end of the game. So Admech have took a nerf here. The obviously big one in the room is the Eldar, which we're going to get into in a second. And there's also been small nerfs to Ultramarines, which I still probably think are going to be up there. But I think as an army, we have tools to deal with Ultramarines better than most because of the -1 save contagion. I think we can actually kill Victrix Guard, whereas some lists, as someone is saying in chat, Ares 87, sorry, Siegler's list went up 215 points. So yeah, Admech taking quite a big hit on points, which actually was on the bingo. We put Admech was sacrificed on the altar, so
nice.
Admech were. I still think they're actually playable. I think they didn't get the double tap.
So good.
Yeah, they didn't get the rules nerfs as well. If they got rules and points, they probably would have been back in hell. But they actually survived. I think they were not sacrificed. They were merely they were injured. They were injured, but they're still kicking around.
I think what I'd say, the way I describe it is, I think if you're an Admech player, it's still totally dangerous. It's still totally powerful. You just can't you can't quite just throw everything like you used to because you've got so much of it. You've now got to be a little bit more paced in how you play the game.
Yeah, you can't just no brain throw it at half the people and win the game for free anymore, which is a good thing for the game overall, because obviously that was a bad thing. Now, to answer this question, we got to think about what was kind of keeping Death Guard at the top cut. Now, anyone that's played Death Guard, what is the number one worst matchup for Death Guard?
Let me tell you about my Game 7, Table 13 at a 3-day Super Major, where I got turn 2 annihilated top of turn 2 and lost my entire army to Eldar.
What happened, Dave?
So what happened was we on diagonal deployment, we both deployed. My opponent went first. He moved some stuff around. I couldn't get near any of it in my turn because, I'm Death Guard.
Yep.
And in his turn 2, he went... Guy was totally a great opponent, really, really nice guy. Just went, so I'm just now going to full send and delete your army. And I was like, cool. And he did. And no Overwatches, obviously, can put stuff everywhere, Star Drive, put units where he wants to, flipping stuff to 6s, all that good stuff. And just did the Eldar thing and, totally nuked my army. We chatted a bit afterwards and he was like, the only thing I've lost to is Ben Jones's Eldar.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, cool. But it was nothing. My opponent wasn't a dick or anything like that. It was just like, you know what it's going to do. And it did it. And it did it really well. And he positioned all his stuff really well and he executed it perfectly. But yeah, I was like, cool. Game 7. I'm on table 13. That's what happened.
Yeah. So I'm going to
It was literally like running into a brick wall.
Yeah. I'm going to caveat this right now. Over the next 30 minutes, I'm going to throw so many offensive slurs at Eldar players. I don't mean any of it. I just want to caveat this right now. You play the army you enjoy. I just have 100%. No respect for you if you play Eldar.
We always say that.
Yeah. So I just want to caveat that real quickly. So Eldar have finally been caught in the crosshairs for real this time. Now, they've been caught in the crosshairs a few times before, but it's kind of always been like a grazing shot, like it's just nicked him on the shoulder, nicked him on the thigh, or, they're still cooking. This time, they were firmly dead set in the center. So, people that don't know, Eldar had mainly playing Aspect Host, and it had a very... I know Eldar players probably going to disagree on this, but from an opponent's point of view, a very unhealthy, unfun, uninteractive playstyle with your opponent, where basically you had like fire dragons jumping out of a wave serpent that could move like 24 inches or something stupid, disembark, shoot, and then instantly get back inside the wave serpent, and you can't overwatch them when they get out because of battle focus tokens, things like that. It was very frustrating, and it felt like a lot of the times especially when you played against a good player with Eldar, it genuinely felt like there was nothing you could do to interact with them in any meaningful way. And the fact that that was on a unit of fire dragons with Fuegan or Fugan, whatever he's called, and that unit was so good at deleting those big tanks, monsters, things. It also warped the meta. Like, we even saw Derek, who was very famous for making the Morty Demon Prince. Like, he dropped Morty completely because he was just unplayable. Because the second Morty even dared exist on the table, they could come in from, 28 inches away, fly up, drop off, shoot 10 guys, kill Morty instantly, then hop back in and be completely safe from retaliation. So, I think this is just one unit, again, built around this. You can have Dark Reapers doing this from miles away. You've got Warp Spiders hopping all over the place with Flicker Jump, terraforming your home objective if you dare left it for a second, and all this crazy stuff, which was just absurd. So, finally, GWO's gone, okay, you've had your fun now, Eldar. It's time to actually start addressing this and start, taking away some of these silly interactions and rules that you have. So, first up, the hit points. So we got some points increases. So basically all the aspect warriors that were being taken relevant, swooping hawks, warp spiders, fire dragons, all went up in points. So now bear in mind, they all went up 10, but these were units that were being taken in triples. Like, it was very common to see triple swooping hawks, triple warp spiders. So yes, it's only 10, but the fact that they were taking multiples means that it's actually probably 30 per. So you got 30, 60 there just on the Super Hawks and Warp Spiders alone. Another 10 on the Fire Dragons, for example, so 70 points up. Then they went and hit some of the characters as well that were leading these. I think it was Jane Zar that went up. Eldred, sometimes taken, not always, but he went up as well. So already Eldar are looking at losing 100-ish points probably off most of them.
Yeah, Jane Zar went up 15, Lycus went up 15.
Oh, there you go. So there's 30 there.
Eldred went up 10. Fire Dragons went up 20 on the 10-man squad. The small squad stayed the same price. Sweeping Hawks went up 10 points for 5 models. 10 models stayed the same. Storm Guardians went up 10 to 110. And Warp Spiders themselves, as you said, went up 10 to 105 for 5.
Yeah. So what's happened is they've already lost 100 odd points there, so they're probably already going to lose a unit naturally from there. So you're going to have one less thing to deal with, whether that's Swooping Hawks, Warp Spiders. That's good. That's genuinely already pretty good. So happy to see points nerfs, but they didn't just get points nerfs. They got the double tap, and in some instances even more of a tap. So first up, we've got some changes to their army rule battle focus. So star engines. Now I kind of wish I'd have seen a change to the Overwatch thing, but it is what it is. But star engines previously was that you could, before, when you're about to move a vehicle, you get to move it an additional d6 plus 1. So you could potentially gain anywhere from 2 to 7 inches on a vehicle. And the interesting thing is this wasn't an advance, which means if you did it on a Wave Serpent, you could potentially gain up to 7 inches more movement, and you can still disembark. So this is what gave this unit such horrendous reach, because this thing it's got fly, it's on a small base, so it can pass through tiny gaps as long as the base can fit through. And it just was able to reach so far on the map, plus the 18-inch range, because Fuegun increases the range of the Fire Dragons. It genuinely felt like nowhere was safe from this unit at any times, because of the speed these guys can get. Now, Star Rangers itself has been completely reworked. It no longer gives any movement speed at all. All it does when you use it is it makes the transport itself, or not the vehicle itself, be assault on all of its guns instead for the turn. Now, this is good because it means that even if they advance, you can't advance and disembark. So realistically, we are cutting straight up d6 plus 1 off all the movement of these transport plays. So great little start there, because it just means that, and it also means you're going to be able to pre-measure things a little bit more safer, because before you had to gauge what if you roll a 7 on star engines?
Exactly. Yeah.
Don't have to do it anymore. You just look at the normal move, whatever that is, plus the 3 inches for the disembark, boom, there you go, you've got it. So it's going to be a lot easier to play against like that. Now, do you know what the other changes are, Dave? Do you know another one?
Yeah, let's go for what happens to maybe some of the units that can do some of the things they perhaps used to.
Yep, so the aspect tokens.
Yeah, let's go for that.
So aspect tokens, they basically, every 5 Eldar aspect warriors you have had the ability to spend the token to flip a dice to a 6. Now, this on its own is pretty good, having guaranteed a 6 on miracle dice. Now, it's only wound hits. I think it might be saves, but I know it's not damage at 100%, which is fine.
Yeah.
But the problem was auto wounding on a 6 with your aspect, exarts, firepower. That's pretty good. The problem was when you could, for example, have Fuegun Overwatch with the sustained 2 shot, and then automatically make it a 6, and then Fuegun's now on Overwatch got 3 automatic hits, and if he rolls another 6 naturally, He's now got 6 hits with his gun.
Yeah.
That's a
And his
problem.
damage is and his damage was, what was it, like? It was melter 6 or something, was it?
Melter 6 was stupid, yeah. So and yeah, because that's the thing. Like, you couldn't even drive a Rhino up to this unit because he would just auto 6 the one shot,
just
hit it,
just kill it,
wound you on a 2, AP 5 or 4, whatever it is, clean through,
go
melter
straight
6,
through,
bang, gone.
Yeah,
like it was gross. So they've made it now that those aspect warrior tokens cannot be used on any attached character models, and this is also the way it works in the Drakari book. So I think for the sake of balance in that sense, but also making sense, it makes sense that like, gotta bear in mind the attached character is already gaining the benefit of the ability from the character they join. So when Fuegan joins the Fire Dragons, he's actually picking up rerolls to hit and wound and damage versus monsters and vehicles, and that's really good. So I don't really think he also needs to pick up auto flip 6s from there. So I think that's a fair nerf. I don't think anyone's gonna be complaining too much about that one. Yourself, Dave, what you think about it? Just, it's not massive. Like, it doesn't change too much, but it's nice to know, like, they can't just auto 6 you on Overwatch, for example.
Yeah, it makes the game, it makes you able to plan another step further, which previously was just okay, well, my choice is to do nothing now.
Yeah.
If I move this there, it's going to get killed. If I do this, that's going to get, this is now, at least you're in a position of going, well, I'm now not being told I can't do anything.
Yeah.
So I agree. So the exact way I think it was, it just said excluding character models, didn't it?
Just exclude character models.
So which is great. I know the Overwatch thing is a pain to do, but like, equally, if that was live, they would be even more like obliterated, right? For sure. any flamer weapon or any kind of weapon like it. Like, it would just be totally game over.
Yeah. Now, we did have another bingo one come in, which is no more innie-outie transports. So this has actually happened for Eldar.
Did that get changed, Aidan?
It may have got changed. So for those who don't know, currently the way Eldar works is that they have 2 detachments, both with 2 stratagems, and in the aspect host, they're very popular, it's doing very well. They basically have, at the end of your own fight phase, so the end of the turn, if you have an infantry model near a transport, you can just hop back in it. So this sounds like, okay, so the Wave Serpent comes out, the guys get out, shoot something, they hop back in, and then you sat there like, oh, cool, so then my opponent will have to kill the Wave Serpent to kill the guys inside. That's not what happened, though, because that Wave Serpent was never in the open. Where was it, Dave?
Usually behind a wall or something.
Yeah, usually behind a wall.
Behind a piece of terrain where you couldn't get to it.
Yeah. So what actually ended up happening is the Fire Dragons would hop out from one side of the wall. They would pick up anything in 18 inches, and they would hop back in the transport, and there was jack shit you could do about it. Have fun.
Yep.
So now they've changed that. So in order to re-embark now, the unit must have been eligible to fight in the fight phase, which means it must have made a charge move or have fought back at least when it's been charged.
Yep.
And it can't do so if it's in engagement range. So it basically has to kill the unit that it's in combat.
Has to win the combat.
Yes.
Yeah.
And wipe them out completely. And if they don't do that, they can't re-embark. This is so good. Like, I am so happy. This was one of the most uninteractive, most unfun interactions in the game. And likewise, they have another strat and a different attachment, which was after a unit's shot, it can make a normal move. Obviously, we know if you make a normal move and you end within 3 of a transport, you can embark it. It now no longer lets them embark. It literally has a restriction that says you cannot embark with part of this move. Now, the reason this is fair, and people are like, oh, but other people have, reactive moves into a transport. Here's the difference. Eldar were hopping out and hopping back in inside their own turn. Most other things, reactive move in your turn to get back in. So you have an active choice whether you want to move within 9 of your opponent to trigger the reactive move and allow them to get back in, or if you're going to stay away from 9 and shoot them to death, something like that. You have an active choice, whereas at Eldar, it wasn't. Again, the Falcon or Wave Serpent, hips up behind a wall, the Dark Reapers jump out the other side, or Dire Avengers and Asmon, whatever, shoot, kill something, and then instantly hop back in. Like, it was so miserable.
The classic was, and I'm sure lots of us have probably experienced this at tournament play. And this once again, this isn't anything against anyone who's playing it this way. It's just sensible. Is I've played it where people would just go, I'm just not going to move the models the other side of the wall and measure it all. I'm just going to roll the dice.
Yeah.
because you're like they're not gonna be there in a minute.
Yeah, my opponent keeps doing that. My opponent did that in the last game, the last GT. He was like, you know, my fire dragon's gonna jump out here. I'm gonna spend a CP and get him back in. Do you mind if I just don't put him down? And because you can't overwatch him anyway, so he's just like,
no, you can't do anything. So there's no reason not to.
Yes, you're just like, yeah, sure, but it'd be really funny to just be like, no, please put the models down. Just be spiteful. Just be like, please place the models. Please play the game correctly, sir.
but like you said, Aiden, the difference there is that with someone else's is you have to make your move and put your models where you want them to, and have that discussion with your opponent about if they are going to reactive, it's because you instigated it.
Yes, you
as the opposing player.
Yes, you triggered that ability. And again, people can catch you in nasty places where it's hard to not trigger the reactive because you need to move. But again, that's them playing well. They've put you in that position. I don't mind that. Now, so that's all good. And what this means is that this Fire Dragon unit for Hugin is like 450 points. So that means once it hops out and shoots something, you're going to have a chance to interact with it. And it's Eldar, which means it will probably die if you get a bead on it.
Probably die. Yeah.
And if you can kill that unit, then the rest of your army is a lot more free to go and do things, especially your vehicles and your monsters.
It's also a lot more alive if you can kill that unit.
It's also a lot more alive, yes. So,
because you said that you were talking about it earlier for like killing big stuff, but that Fire Dragons unit,
kill everything.
It's fantastic for killing elite infantry. Kind of just squads of things. Like it can still gut out even with fewer shots the majority of quite a powerful opposing unit.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like they're dead. So this is good, obviously, for Death Guard because this was genuinely stopping some of our builds, like the Morty went away, and we also just didn't like that playstyle. Like again, we're a slow army, and Eldar were doing really good against armies that were sort of like playing that sort of like mid-range game. Sort of Honest Warhammer was really struggling against Eldar, and with Honest Warhammer, sort of like with Eldar taking a nerf, we have to see how they adapt, obviously, but that current playstyle doesn't work anymore. Which means, like, again, we're going to have... Like, again, if that 5-in comes out, we can counter-trade that easily. We can easily kill that with less than 450 points. So
the style of play is going to change.
Yeah, so that means the current style of Eldar is out of the meta, which is really good for Death Guard because that was one of our worst matchups. So, yes, we're going to get better in that sense. Now, what it also means is it might introduce some different armies back into the meta. So we could see even Knights. Now, I don't think Knights are going to be good, but Knights are a popular army. They always have been because they're easy to get on the table. And the Fire Dragons would just eat Knights alive. They would just kill 2 big Knights turn, just like bam, dead, gone, back in the transport.
And then back.
Yeah. Whereas now, like, you might see more Knight players come out the woodwork. I'm not saying they're going to win tournaments, but you just might see more of these like big scary models on the table, these sort of centerpiece models. And if there's one thing like Death Guard can do, it's if you need to kill something, we can kill it pretty good. If anyone's ever played Champions of Contagion and done 5-up crits, 4-year-olds to hit and wound with Death Shroud, you kill pretty much anything you touch. So if that does come around, you might see like a pivot for us back to like Champions of Contagion to sort of deal with that. But it does mean, like, again, Morty/Demon Prince build can come back into the foray. Like, we have access to like bringing them again because there should be less of these predatory units like Fire Dragons around to prey on Morty. Morty could actually be genuinely really good right now. So it's gonna be interesting. I think the fall of the Aeldari actually opens up the game a lot more, for a lot more approaches and a lot more list diversity for which we can sort of bring, which is really, really cool. Now, outside of the Aeldari, who else, and Admech we've covered. Do you want to touch on Ultramarines? Because I genuinely think they got away with murder, I'll be honest.
Yeah, I mean, what do we get there? We got points increases on Victrix Guard.
Yeah, 30 points per 6, which is...
They're still great at 4 wounds and all the other stuff they do. So, you know, they've been fine. I'm just checking.
I don't think we're going to see like the fall of the Victrix. I still think we're going to see at least 15.
Still going to see loads of them.
Yeah, I think you see 2 6
12 to 15 of them. Yeah, I 100% think they're still going to be all over the place. There's just checking.
Okay, saying 3-1 Raiders, let's go.
They're basically, you know, kind of not. It's not that much more expensive than taking 3 PBCs. So
it's true. That is true. That is true.
You know, there's a way to go on that one. I think the points changes there weren't particularly.
No, they didn't. Ultramarines did not lose +1 to wound either, which they really should at this point. There's a couple of character point changes, but nothing crazy. Aggressors and Eradicators went down. The Raven Guard list got hit harder. Like Aethon's Shan, Scent Devs. They can't turn on Rapid Ingress either anymore, as well, which is good.
Yeah.
So for me, all it's looking in my head is that the Raven Guard list got nerfed way harder than the Ultramarine list. So we're just going to see more pivot to more Ultramarines. Which, if you were looking at Leicester the recent weekend, it's not great because
no, it was the Ultramarine show, wasn't it?
It literally was. So I don't think Ultramarines are going anywhere. So like I'd still be preparing for an Ultramarine meta. And again, so to bring you things that are going to kill Victrix Guard, because they're still going to be absolutely everywhere. Like Rotogus is still in my list because flat damage 4 AP4, baby. I'm going to go slam some Victrix Guard with that. I don't think like they're going away in the meta, so I can easily see the meta being Victrix Guard. We've got some new detachments as well. Blood Angels,
especially with Aeldari falling off a bit.
Yeah, with Aeldari sort of falling off. Blood Angels looking pretty good. With that new detachment, could be interesting. I'm trying to think, anything sort of like... I still think Admech's going to be strong, but not oppressive.
Admech are going to be strong, but I think it still suffers from hobby lag in terms of have people got enough of the... have enough people got enough Admech to play it on mass at tournaments? Yes. I think it still has that element because it's like the joke is, right, you need $2,000 to have a 2K army.
That's true.
You know, just in models before you paint it. So that's still the issue. I think... I'm sure someone will pivot an Aeldari list out somewhere, but I think we're definitely going to end up seeing loads of Ultramarines. Space Marines is still strong. I think Tau is still a threat.
Yeah, Tau's still doing pretty well. Like small points increases to Riptide, but offset by some of the small things. So, but they were already so cheap anyway. Like again, taking a couple of points off them is not a big a deal. They still do struggle on primary, so if you can do primary denials, Tau's not too bad. Thousand Suns genuinely will be back. Which is, I think it's going to take a while for people to cotton on, but the Lord of Change changes and the Demon Detachment changes have really like, I'm in the Chaos Pantheon chat with Dara and Doomball Dave, and he was very happy when he woke up this morning to those changes. So I think Thousand Suns with the chickens, we'll see sort of a comeback as well. So I won't be surprised to see Thousand Suns pop up in the meta.
The only other one I wanted to just call out for points changes was Adeptus Sororitas.
Oh yes.
They got red in their ledger. Canoness plus 10 to 60. Sacrosancts plus 10 on the 10 unit. Dominion Squad plus 5 points on 10 models. Hospitaller plus 10 on the single model. Morven Vow up 15. Retributors on a 5 model plus 15 points. Sanctifiers on the 9 models plus 10 points. Like there's for an army that takes multiple units of the same ones, like there's quite a few points increases there.
Yeah, I think Sisters did get a bit of a shaft in more maybe than they needed, but I mean, again, it was a top army, it was doing well, so I don't think it's unplayable, but I think it's it's going to take a big hit. Yeah, someone in the chat made a great shout. New Guard detachment could genuinely be really strong. Like that detachment does look very good. They took no points increases, so I wouldn't be surprised to see that sort of make a comeback. And again,
that's Wizard Company, right?
Yes, and again, Guard were one of the ones where Eldar were a problem for him because again, the Fire Dragons would genuinely pick up like 2 Lehman Rushes and just hop back in the transport. The Warp Spiders would go around and just kill all your infantry just like super easily. Again, you got to think with Eldar being removed, it gives more chance for these sort of armies to come out. We've got Space Wolf Gladius as well.
Yeah,
I think it'll be do well, but I don't think it's gonna like destroy the meta. It's just again, it's a melee focused Marine army. Sometimes
but they get advanced. So yeah, because they've got it's reroll advanced charge, lethal sustained, and then they've got things like some strats, didn't they? They got the pack, which was +1 wound rolls in the shooting
just
phase.
for any shooting, which is actually kind of scary. Yeah. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
So it basically gives you all
and then
those.
+1, then one. Yeah. And then 1 CP mounted in Walker models, charge through terrain, and enemy models.
Yeah, so you might see some Dreadnought builds coming out of Space Wolves there, or again, just Front Cavalry spam. And they also have Advance and Charge, which is really good. It's a good all-rounded attachment. It's kind of something they needed. Although it is just Gladius 2.0, slightly wolfy.
Well, it is, yeah. And going back to Guard, that was basically giving orders to like Lehman Russet. Sorry, I'm Rogal Dawns now.
So there is a concern actually, Dave, that indirect could become a problem again with Guard because you can order them to hit on 4s from the indirect, as always. But then they're also gonna, because they're ordered, they're gonna have real ones to hit. And if they shoot an objective, which you can because you're a direct, you can always shoot whatever on the objective. You get real ones to wound as well. And people are worried. And again, you have a 1 CP on demand ignore cover. Don't care about line of sight. So you're gonna have ignore cover at indirect, hitting on 4s, real ones to hit.
Pretty high damage.
Yeah, you can take up to flat 3 damage. 10 AP2 ignores cover, which could be a problem. We kind of got to see how that plays out. It would suck if we go into an indirect meta from this. I would not like to see that because indirect always just screws the game. But again, we'll have to see on that one. Guard is a very strange beast. It can just come out of nowhere and be super strong. But sometimes you read the rules, it look really good, and then guard still just doesn't seem to do that great. Guard would be bad for us though. I won't lie. Guard would be bad for Death Guard because we genuinely we have okay shooting. Our shooting's pretty good, but we're not good at killing 2-up armor save vehicles in cover. We're really not good at that. Unless you get holes in melter range. So Rogel Dawns is not good for us. Lehman Russ is not great for us. And they have loads of expendable things, so our Death Shroud can get screened out quite easily. So that would be bad for us. I won't lie, that would be bad for us. Now, if the Space Wolves and stuff and the Blood Angels, if they become meta, that's actually pretty good for us because we can kill Marines.
We like fighting.
Yes, even the Ultramarines one is still very powerful. It's a very hard game, but we have the tools in our book to kill them. -1 save just being massive in that, and the -1 toughness kind of offsets a lot of the break points that the -1 to wound really hurts. So I could see them. It's really gonna. I think a lot of armies are gonna still be viable. And again, this is the interesting thing. No matter what we talk about, 10th edition, despite all its flaws, it is very, very balanced. I can speak because I played in 7th edition all the way up to this. This is the most balanced it's ever been, even though some people will look at the stats and think it's not. Trust, there was in 7th edition, you played Chaos Space Marines, you accepted you just lost most of your games. Flat out, and you never got a balance update. They didn't give a shit. You played bad Space Marines, and that was it. Because it was cool.
Yep.
Whereas now, I genuinely feel like if you practice an army enough, Power Imperial Age, no, even Imperial Age, this guy's done it, you can do well in any army, which is really cool. So we'll just caveat all this with that.
100%.
Necrons didn't see any buffs. Orcs didn't get any changes, which I feel a bit weird about. I've been listening to War Tactics, shout out to them, for a bit, and I feel a bit sorry for Orcs. Orcs are very, when he broke down the stats, they're looking very much mid-table bully, but can never really reach any good tournament ending results. So, and to have changes.
Gaz and the boys didn't get changed though, which is
they didn't get nerfed.
But I guess like you were just saying though, the problem is if they had got hit with that took away one of their big centerpieces, right? Of the army that it needs to operate where it is. So I agree. I think them not getting any changes is weird. Necron's not getting changes is also basically a bit of a buff, to be honest, in regards to what's happened.
I'm scared about the 500 worlds thing because we still got 3 more detachments to come for Necrons and a new character, so that might be the buffs for them. You never know. Very quickly as well, in the chat, we got Nurgle Cultist Wiglaf become a Plague Marine. Thank you so much, mate. Really appreciate the support. Again, go to our YouTube channel homepage, see perks, get yourself in the Discord, all that good stuff. Thank you so much. And Oliver Lever, thank you very much for the £2 super chat. Fuck Eldar, thank you for attending my TED Talk. I agree wholeheartedly. Eldar tears are glorious. I do not feel bad one bit. Your day of reckoning has come. Eat it. So
fair enough.
Yeah,
what do you think about the Blood Angels? Grotmus Detachment and Rage Cursed Onslaught.
Oh, weird because it's good. It's got everything they kind of want. It's a weird mixture between the two of Angelic Inheritors and Lag. Whether it replaces them, I'm not sure, but I think it's gonna have a very annoying. It's got the 5-up Funeral Pay on Death Company with Lamais at -1 damage. It can be extremely annoying. It could take off. It really depends. Again, it depends what else comes out of the woodwork because of the lack of Eldar. Because armies that rushed down Eldar weren't struggling against Eldar, but again, Blood Angels, for example, can potentially struggle against things like Guard. If Guard get, first turn and manage to screen out and get a lot of guys out and make a lot of walls, Blood Angels can run out of steam before they start getting to the important stuff like the tanks and things like that. So it's really going to depend. Blood Angels innately is very meta dependent on what's good in the game. So I think that detachment will see play though. I think it's got legs. Unlike I don't know if the Emperor's Children one will.
Yeah.
That
that was the people who got another rule change. Their vehicles now got rerolls,
yeah,
didn't they?
Yeah, the rapid evisceration now lets the vehicles. So noise marines in vehicles got better. Like it's not bad. Like they're okay. Like the new detachment's okay. Yeah. I don't think Fulgrim is viable still. Fulgrim's problem is
still too big.
Yeah, he's too big. He doesn't do enough. Like
he's just too big.
Even if you changed all his rules to fix all of his rule problems, he's still just not playable for the size of him.
So I don't know if you saw the birthday stream that Vanguard Tactics did for Jordan Lee, but they basically got to play like a game where there was a spinner, and if you did a super chat, like you could activate the spinner, or you could give it, or you could pay for models. So I super chatted to give Lee Fulgrim. On his side, and Fulgrim, I can't tell you what unit he ended up going into, but Fulgrim went into a unit of Jord's blood angels, and didn't pick up the unit, and it was power armor bodies.
Yeah, he's really bad.
I was just like,
he has 6 attacks.
What?
He has 1 more than Morty. He's so bad.
Yeah.
He's not very good. So. I don't think we see Fulgrim change the meta. Same with Angron. Angron's points went slightly down, but Angron is still not good. World Eaters did get a nerf, so I still think World Eaters are going to do well. I think World Eaters still get...
Yeah, they're still good. They're still good.
But I still think they also hit the wall of like running into certain armies that they just have bad... Again, Guard's a terrible matchup for them because waves of infantry as you just get shot to death. Like, it's not great for them. They don't have fly keyword, that army either. So it's like... You really need to be good at World Eaters to get combat tricks off, lock things up, or you just get shot to death by tanks. So I think World Eaters is still in a solid spot. I don't think there's anyone that's really come out of this as massive, like absolutely nerfed to the ground losers. Like even Aeldari, like I know they're all going to cry and whinge and bitch because they're a bunch of babies, but like someone will find a build.
It will be. The game is still fundamentally won on. It was. I'm going to be careful how I phrase this. You've got to be good at the way you do it, but the game is won with movement. And if your army has got tons of movement tricks, which they still do, then 100%. the game is still totally winnable for a good Eldar player. And I have no doubt that will happen at times, but we just won't see it to the level that we have done. I mean, you go to Leicester, right? There was Clement second with Aeldari, third Manichima with Aeldari. Good players with Eldari, right? All these people are. Yeah. Greg Chamberlain, Eldari in 8th. 13th, Alex Cameron with Eldari. 15th, Scott Morris with Eldari. 22nd, Joe Senior with Eldari. 23rd, Eldari. 24th, Eldari. 25th, Eldari. Like, we just won't see that so much.
Yeah. Zio saying, Demon's looking pretty decent. Again, the chicken's super buffed through the roof. Not sure how I feel about the flat 3 damage indirect on Kairos. That could be a bit again. Be careful with indirect GW. Real careful with indirect.
Yeah. And if you are going to go down that route, GW, just can we get a points drop for the PPCs?
Yes, please let PPC have indirect.
We can play the game.
Yes, please. That'd be very fair. I think so. I'm actually a stump because I think one of the things we normally talk about is like what we're expected to see the upcoming meta, and like outside of like knowing blueberries are still gonna be really good. Man, it's really hard to predict what's going to be good it's not because they don't think there's many good things. I think there's a lot of viable things right now. Because right now, as the game was in its current state, the only kind of things that were pressing the meta were blueberries. Sisters were doing pretty good. Not oppressive, but still really good.
Not nowhere near as bad as I wouldn't call them oppressive. Still I think they were. I think they were in the Ascension.
Yes, Eldari obviously being oppressive as hell. And Admech being oppressive as hell. And they've all come down. Blueberries probably not. Blueberries is probably like, if I could put one on a pedestal, I think it is Blueberries right now. I think
it is.
I think a good Ultramarine player right now is just going to be an absolute menace.
Absolute menace. Yeah, agreed.
But everyone else, I feel like, is on a sort of a fair level playing field. We even saw Custodes get some like point shots shield guard. So like, I could see a weird like 30 shield guard build where it's just like spam max battle line. Run at people with cheap bodies, like that could possibly be a thing. I think there's a lot of like space to move around. Even Votan got a load of points drops and like steel jacks and things like that. Nothing crazy, but again, just little things here and there. So like, if I was to go to a tournament this weekend playing these new rules, spoiler, I don't know what to prepare for. Genuinely, power Ultramarines. I just need to make sure I have an answer for Ultramarines at least.
Did they let people change lists?
Literally tonight is the deadline. They delayed it till today for the data slate and locking tonight. So I'm going to be taking Taliban again with the change of a bloat drone to a spawn for the 15 points and Rotagus. Damn you, Chaos Knights. But yeah, I mean...
I know what you mean. I'm not sure what you're going to see tons of. I think you're right. I think Smurfs is the Smurfs blueberries, whatever flavor blue thing you want to put in. They're definitely going to be still around in a major way. But
Zarduk, no Gene Stealer cults did not get hit. Gene Stealers I don't think got changed at all. Dark Angels got a small change, but again it was Azrael up, which is in every list, so they lose 15 points. And Black Knights came down again. It's nothing crazy.
What about our Drakari friends? They were doing fairly well.
Small changes,
kind of small change. So in a meta where Aeldari have been hit with a ton of bricks. I don't know. Maybe there's a bit of a pivot that way for some players as well that would like to see it. And just want to say as well, it's just kitchen. Welcome to being a Plague Marine. Thank you very much for supporting us.
Thank you very much, mate. It's just a kitchen. David Ritchie in the chat says, first time joining a live stream, it's a curse and a blessing that no changes have happened. It is. Yeah. He's not wrong. Like it. Again, I wanted to see some points changes come down for the things that don't really get taken as much. But and that'd be my only complaint about the data slate on a personal level is it very much felt like a data slate that was made to just address the issues at the top. And that was kind of it. Like that was it. They were like, cool. These are the things that are just doing too well at the moment. Bring them down. Para Ultramarines because we need to sell more models. And then everything else was just kind of like left in the stagnation it was. And sometimes I wish that they'd put more effort into the internal balancing side, just because I not even like so much as like I just want an excuse to mix up my list. Like even if it was Plague Surgeon down 10 points or the Needle of Nurgle, for example, down to 10-point enhancement, like it might encourage me to like take it for a game, like just try something new. With points not really changing at all, like the list that worked before worked still. So we're not really gonna like. Yep. We're in a lucky place as well because we're genuinely a book that can play every single detachment competitively and it'll do like 4-1s and do really well with it. So we're lucky, but there are some armies out there that aren't so lucky. Orcs being a great example. You play Warhorde or you're trolling. So I kind of wish they would look a bit more, spend a bit more time doing that, and like especially with these new detachments coming out. I always wonder, like, why are we releasing these? Like, for example, like the Blue Angels one's a great one. So that Blue Angels one that's come out is basically the new Death Company sort of themed detachment. Why didn't you just rework the previous one into that? Like, why do we have another detachment? Like, there's so many detachments in the game that you could have easily
no one would have cared. Yeah, and like if it had actually been, but also if it had been our Grotmas change for you is to make an existing detachment better.
Yeah.
Like, that's just as much of a gift as is a whole nother detachment.
Yeah, because like I mean, even look at the tournament records. Like I think like there's been like 2 players who've ever run the Death Company one. Like, and the thing is, people are like, oh yeah, but everyone plays competitive. Well, they don't have to give a shit. If you're not playing competitive, you can just still play your detachments in your book. It's printed. Like, go play it. Like, I don't know. I feel like I would like to have seen again. I'm kind of with you. Preds fight, even if it's just like 5 points here or there. Hell, even nerf some of the stuff that's taken all the time, just to make me try something else. It's a weird one, but I mean overall,
go on.
I was gonna say overall, I think I'm fairly happy with like the data slate. Eldari got nerfed, makes me laugh, makes me happy. They deserve it. I have no respect for an elf player. Necrons didn't get nerfed, which upsets me to my core.
Which I think is a buff.
Yeah, I genuinely think Necrons should be like nerfed harder every time. Ultramarines is like the one thing I'm like really unhappy about. Probably is like they should have been nerfed harder. They really need to lose +1 to wound at this point. It's a bit absurd that they still got it.
Or need a lot less stuff on the table.
Yes, they are a bit too cheap at the moment.
There's too many good choices.
There really is
competing for it, and it's competing where there's a lot of space to put a lot of the good stuff out simultaneously. Then it's getting Oath, then it's getting +1 to wound, then it's getting all the so it's a bit much. The other thing I was going to say was Johnny Combo in chat has said what we were talking about earlier, which is the VT team sound disappointed that Death Guard didn't get nerfed more. So mine, just to be clear, mine and Aiden's position on this is that if Stephen Box is unhappy, that means we came out well out of this. He's like the anti-barometer.
Yes.
So if Steve's cloudy, if it says it's going to be raining in VT's head office about Death Guard, then we're in a good place.
Yes. and again, people just like it's like me. Like Steven loves Eldar. Like he was his original army.
Yeah.
I hate Eldar. So we are his Eldar. He just naturally dislikes Death Guard, and that's fine. That is completely fine.
And Johnny as well. If we had been nerfed more, Steve still would have wanted more nerfs to us.
He won't be happy till we cease to exist. Until we are legended.
Yeah. He's trying to get the entire faction legended.
Like, I did see that email when we were there.
I did
see that. Yeah, he was like, "Please delete Death Guard. I
just
keep
remember
losing,
that
they stinky poo poo and a sad face."
Just remember that the reason that we had to go down there to cover the whole book, do the masterclass for Vanguard Tactics, is because no one there wanted to touch it.
Yeah, no one there wanted to touch it. They were just like, no.
If you work for Stephen, it's basically a case of if you talk about Death Guard in the office, you get sacked.
Yeah, it's a sackable offence. They had to make a special reason to let us down there to just do that.
Yeah.
And the millisecond that camera went off, we were out on the street, mate. He turfed us so quick.
Yeah.
The door was open.
All my models in it was thrown out the door.
Like, yeah, literally. I remember seeing your bloke drone bounce across the curb. It was brutal, man.
It did, mate. It was across the car park. Yeah, it was terrible.
It was terrible, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't share the same sentiment on them. They just it's just people don't like certain armies, but Steven's an Eldar player, so your army got nerfed. He's on Deathwatch anyway at the moment, so
he's on Deathwatch now and did really well, Steve. But by the way, well done on that 17th Leicester with Deathwatch. Really good job.
Indeed. Why do you not like Death Guard so much? Just don't like him. Just genuinely
doesn't like them.
I think every aspect, like, because we even asked him over there, he's like from aesthetic to like lore. It's just not something he vibes with. Like,
it's not his thing.
I hate elves. Why do I hate elves?
Yeah.
Don't know. Probably a racist.
The aesthetic, the lore.
He's just. I think it's because they're tall, and I think I'm short, so my dwarven blood just angers me. I don't know.
This is true when you
just
go
caveat,
to your other
by the way,
army,
not a racist, only against elves.
Just for sheer fact, yeah. Like,
just for sheer fact, yeah.
Against elves, fantasy things, not real.
Fantasy things. It is because I'm a dwarf, yeah. Because elves
well,
are
I said your other army's Votan.
Exactly. It's in the blood.
So, you can't help it.
But yeah, it's just people just don't like certain armies, which is completely fine. Like, again, I have no respect for an Eldar player or an Ultramarine player, right, Oliver?
Yeah. No, look, but on it, like, you know, Steve's view is what they do in terms of work for GW as well is trying to have a holistic view of the game, and I think at times he's like, doesn't like maybe what our army does in places, but I think as we've seen, we're in the 48% win rate in kind of gap at the minute, which feels like it's probably where GW wants it, and so
and people are always going to have strong opinions on armies they don't like.
Of course they are.
To be fair to him, Stephen was advocating for our army rule to be taken off Poxwalkers and like Chaos Spawn stuff, which I think is stupid. No offense, Stephen, but at the same time, my opinion is that Eldar should be banned from the game, which is stupid. But again, probably worse than Stephen's take there.
Everyone's entitled to their opinion.
Exactly. Everyone's entitled.
And that is our official stance.
That is our official stance. Even if they're wrong.
Until you get in the Discord, and then we can.
Yeah.
If you want to hear the true take, join and become a member.
But yeah, so as I think he's just said in chat there, who are the big armies to be looking out for from initial impressions? I think straight up it's going to be Ultramarines. Thousand Sons probably going to be sleeper, but honestly, there's going to be so many armies at the moment that are so viable. I genuinely think we're about to enter like a peak era of balance, unless something really does sneak for, like, if the Thousand Sons changes with too much and they suddenly just come and obliterate the entire game. But nothing like last time when we looked at the data slate and we saw the AdMech changes, everyone instantly was like, that's stupid. That's really dumb.
Yeah, the whole creator community, the whole bat rep people, like fans, everybody was just like, whoa.
Yeah, whereas this time there's none of that sentiment. No one's like looked at anything and been like, that's stupid. Part of Ultramarine is getting away with it, like murder. So like again, that's the one thing that stands out.
500 Worlds is coming out.
They're obviously gonna one Ultramarine is good. Do you have the same hate for Dark Eldar, says Phil Gagnon? Are their ears pointy?
they kind of are, yeah.
I'll let you answer the question yourself then.
Yeah, and I know we talked about them there. I also think Necrons are going to be potentially be a problem again, out and about,
Yeah.
just because they didn't receive any changes.
So the weird thing is, I think if Blood Angels and stuff are actually good and World Eaters, I think Guard's going to be a big deciding factor of this one. If they're good, Necrons don't do great because they just kill that Warrior brick instantly and the Wraith bricks because they just hit so hard. But if Guard are really good, Guard do not have the same kind of capacity to pick up a unit like that, but Guard will gatekeep Blood Angels and World Eaters. So it's what I mean. It's such an ecosystem of like balance changes, which could all like come wrap around to each other. So it's going to be an interesting one. It's going to be an interesting.
It will be.
Yeah, Victrix are the standout boogeyman. They're the one that everyone can already look at and go.
They still are.
They were not nerfed enough. Ultramarines are going to be a problem.
Yeah, and you're still going to see, like, so we're still going to see 15 of them on the table.
Oh yeah, 90-point Carnifex as well. And it's 90 points as someone who does nothing, but it's 90-point Carnifex. Like we had it in Index.
When was the last time you saw a Carnifex on the table?
Cute, look cute, but I'm just saying, like they can have units of 2. Like, hey, look, we played Index Death Guard. Our Demon Angels went to 90 points, and they were spammed, and not because they were good, because they were cheap. Okay, so I can 100% see 6 Carnifexes, 2 up save, running down the field and being little buggers. 100%, I can see that. But I mean,
oh man. Sorry, this just really reminded me of a game I played.
Saw Birchie's super chat. I was going to do super chat real quick. Birchie, thank you very much. I missed this. I'm so sorry, my friend, Mr. Birchie. 4.99 super chat. Thank you so much, buddy. The Death Guard overseer did a points drop to Land Raider and then went back to sleep. Yeah, it felt like he basically he realized 3 months ago he forgot to change the Death Guard one and was just like tabby tap, that'll do. And then he remembered someone was like, didn't you just nerf Rodgers and the Demons? He's like, oh for fuck's sake, fine, plus 15 here. Thank you so much, though, mate. Thank you so much. Go on, Dave.
No, all I was going to say was, because you talked about spamming Carnifexes, it just reminded me of a game at the very back end of 9th I had, where I was playing at a tournament, and I put a 10 on foot. I put a melee Plague Marine unit out from behind a ruin on the far right of my deployment zone, made a 10-inch charge into 2 Carnifexes and killed both of them. Then another 2 Carnifexes came into me, and I fought first, killed another 2, in the next turn, in his turn. It was just ridiculous. Like, this Plague Marine brick survived 4 Carnifexes. It was just really obscene rolling, but it made me laugh about it. But they are good for 90 points. I mean, they are. They're pretty
you get
decent.
to a certain point where the body is just good for the points.
You can't get through them, they just keep coming.
It's just Kitchen haven't gone against Victrix. Are they actually unkillable even compared to Champions of Contagion? Cock killing potential. No, Cock will.
No,
Cock,
they're not.
If Cock connects,
they're not unkillable.
You will annihilate them, like with -1 save, crit 5, full rolls to hit and wound. Like, they're not unkillable. Like, we actually have one of the better toolkits, as Dave said there, to sort of kill them. Rotagus kills them. They're just annoying. They're just really annoying and cheap.
It's a 4 wounds on mass.
Yeah.
And the abilities they get.
Yeah, they're just
because
annoying.
Of characters and
because they're cheap as well. It's like, ugh. Like, they will die, but the problem is there's still, like, even if there's 3 units of them, there's still 1,000 points more of Ultramarines behind them. And it's just a bit like, ugh, to deal with. So, it's... Yeah, you can kill them, though. You just... Yeah, exactly. Cock kills everything. You just get your biggest cock and you just slam it on the face and they die. Super easy. Yep.
There you go. I mean, we better probably back away from that analogy before it gets too in depth.
Probably. We are coming to the end of the hour, though, Mr. Dave. I still haven't eaten yet.
Me neither. We needed to talk. We needed to talk about this.
We did need to talk about this. So I mean, I think overall, fairly happy. Part of the Ultramarine thing. Very happy about laughing at Eldar players. And yeah, I think it's just. I think we can definitely tell it's sort of because of the lack of internal balance changes. I think they're definitely starting to lay off the gas. I think most of the gas in the company is probably going towards 11th edition right now.
Yeah, which probably July-ish time, and also if we've got another data slate before that happens, right?
Yes, that will be the final one probably.
So if we're going into naturally the quietest time of the year, so Jan, Feb is going to be on the whole quieter time for tournaments, for events. Then you're only talking March till we get another data slate.
Yep.
And then 500 World, stuff like that. And then we're likely seeing with 4 or 5 months after that, we're seeing kind of we might see 11th. So yeah.
And I would expect that data slate to follow the same one as this one, where its main purpose is to just fix any outlying problems and not to really like buff anyone or sort of bring anyone back up. It'll just be it'll be a sort of like an almost like a patch. It'll just be like a quick patch to be like, there's the egregious problem fixed, done. 3 months, new edition. Who cares? So yeah, I mean,
a quick final question for you. Yeah. Just really quick answer off the top of your head. What do you hope our detachments got in it? Grotmas.
We don't get one. This is it. They only did 6.
Oh yeah, of course it did.
Yeah, sadly, it's not. That's not a yearly one. I'm wounded now.
Oh man, yeah.
You're right. Sat there hoping we would get one.
Yeah, I was like, I totally forgot there's been 6 already.
Yeah, it's all been 6. We're not giving it with it so all. We didn't get one. Big sad.
Oh well. Yeah. Never mind.
So here we are. This is Death Guide for the rest of the edition, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. We did it.
Merry Christmas, you filthy animals.
We've got one more stream before Christmas.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, we have one more Tuesday stream. I doubt very much we're going to be streaming on the 23rd because we're probably going to be...
I'm just putting it out there. Like I said, I'm not getting Aiden to commit to this one now, but should we maybe do the Ask Us Anything stream next stream?
Yeah, we can do that one if people want to see.
Would people like that?
We
were talking about we could just do you guys could just ask questions in chat, and we'll do like an AMA Reddit style Ask Us Anything kind of thing. That could be an option for the next stream.
That'd be cool. And also, don't forget, I will do another stream. Which is going to be, I am going to Will's RTT at Element Games on the 27th of December at the Christmas RTT, and we are doing a stream builds my list again. So you guys, members in the chat, tune in for that stream. You guys will get to make my list. Bear in mind, the last time we did this, we had a Land Raider, we have 3 Lords of Contagion, 3 Plague Surgeons, and a Typhus inside.
Yep.
And all attached, nothing with them, just all solo characters in a Land Raider. We had, was it a Plague Surgeon Foul Blightsman that couldn't join anything in a single ride on his own. We had a Flying Demon Prince. We had a single Defiler.
We had the Plague Bong.
With the Plague Bong. And we still managed to 2-1 with that list.
2-1.
We sent 2 Grey Knight players home to their wife, who was going to leave them because they got bongulated. Because as we know in chat, if you lose some of a Plague Bong, you lose your job, you lose your wife, and you must get a tattoo saying, I got bongulated on your forehead.
Yeah.
It's just law. It's just the law. I don't make the rules.
It's what happens.
It's just what happens.
No, it's true.
So stream schedule, ask Johnny's put it up very quickly. It is every Tuesday. Normally, we delayed this for a day to get to Wednesday, but it's normally every Tuesday, same time as today. And every Sunday I do another stream, which is the Blight Surge, where we sort of make people's lists, which I'll obviously do again this weekend. Now we know that no points have changed, par Land Raiders. So that is a perfectly suggestion there, Mike Wave. 3 Surges, 3 Icons, 30 Blight Lords. So if you want to come and help make the list, join in for that stream when it goes up, and you can decide whether I'm going to have a happy time at my RTT or I'm going to be suffering, and I'm going to bet I'm going to be suffering. So yeah, I want to wrap up there, Mr. Dave. Then do you want to cover the bases?
Yeah, let me take a deep breath. Right, ready? You can support us in multiple ways. You can join and become a member, as Aiden said. You can also visit some of the people in the video description down below. So you can check out Saltar Games, who have kindly created a gaming set featuring DRP branding, which is everything from deep strike markers at kind of 6 and 9 inches to a really cool new magnetically inset kind of tool, which is good for measuring 9 inches, a pop-out bit for smaller, for your 2 inches, for your poxwalkers kind of gapping. And that's available on their site now. Link is in the description. You can go to Element Games. If you are looking for models, if you buy from them via the link, we get a small kickback from Element Games. Its prices are as they are on the site, but it helps support us a little bit. You can go to drpstore.com for merchandise. You can get hoodies, t-shirts, drinking bottles, coffee mugs, travel mugs, objective markers, dice. Quick one on dice. I have got more dice being delivered on the 15th of December. They're coming over from Baron of Dice. Those guys also directly, just so you know, I spoke to the owners. They are currently out of square dice. They've got a few rounded dice. They are doing another big production line kind of there. If you go to vanguardtactics.com, link in description below, you can get free battle reports, you can get masterclasses, you can get one-on-one training, and with our very own Aiden, you can get Death Guard coaching if you want it, bookable through a link in the description. And one thing I want to call out from those guys as well, they have a great gaming center. There are 10 GTs on this year, 2026, starting in January, for 30 players at a time. Those are all bookable online now at tabletoptickets.com, and you can play at VT's headquarters. There's VT talent, VT staff there at those events, so do go and check that out. They are all online now. And I think finally, if you are in the US, check out Baron of Dice. You can find a link in the description below. Quickest way for you to get stock from those guys. And if you want dice and you're in Europe, the quickest thing to actually do is to do it from drpstore.com. As I said, currently out of stock on dice there, but I've got some more coming on the 15th. Limited, I think 5 sets of square. I think a couple already sold. The rest will be rounded, but those are all really nice looking. And I think that's probably everything.
Well done, Mr. Dave. Well done. You've rehearsed that very, very well. Well done.
Well, we've been saying it a lot. Do you know, when I got my YouTube roundup of the year, it said that our channel, I'd watched 178 videos on. So I was like, I clearly do want to quality check. clearly do quality check what we're talking about afterwards. I'm like, did I just talk absolute nonsense for an hour? Yes, I did. Good. Let's check again. Yep, I did it again for another hour there.
Johnny Combo, I agree. I think Death Guard would 100% be Golgari, I think, if we were a Magic the Gathering colour. Just being a nerd for Magic the Gathering there. Well, someone says this all the time. Okay, maybe I can see a bit more than that. Yeah, nerd. Right, anyway, I'm going to let Dave go.
We can't call each other nerds. We are all nerds.
Yeah, that is true. We are all nerds, but we're not Eldar players. That's what matters.
We're not Eldar nerds. Yeah. We're not nerf nerds.
Yeah, we ain't nerf nerds. L.
Guys, thank you very much for joining us tonight. It's
so
really good to have over 100
me.
of you for almost the entire stream. Really, really appreciate it. Thank you for those who joined and became playing members, playing winnings this evening. It really supports the channel. So if you are watching this back on demand, please do feel free to. And Aidan, what's the other thing everyone needs to do on demand? Like, comment, subscribe. Like, comment, subscribe. Like, comment, subscribe. Say it. Say it.
Like, comment, subscribe.
I will just keep whispering into my microphone if you don't do it. Like, comment, subscribe.
That's all I hear in my sleep, Dave. I wake up every morning to you messaging me saying like and subscribe.
Yeah. I tap him on the head in the morning. I'm like, comment, subscribe. Tell them.
I feel sorry for everyone. We talk so much absolute nonsense on here. People like every other podcast is so professional, and we have us absolute mongs. Right.
And you lot get us.
I know what lucky devils they are. Right, anyway, that's all from us for now. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. We will see you all on the next episode of the Disgusting Resilient podcast. Take care for now. Stay rotten. Enjoy Christmas. We don't see you on the next one, but we will see you all very shortly. Take care for now. Tatty bye. Did I just say tatty bye?
You did say tatty bye. Why on earth did you say tatty bye?
I don't know why I said tatty bye.
Unbelievable sins.
I'm absolutely disgraced.
I'm out.
In the void, where the warp winds howl, a fleet once noble, now destined to fall. Great wardens stir, betrayal takes shape, Typhon's whispers, sealing their fate. Navigators lost to the shadowed lie, a fleet adrift beneath a darkened sky. The warp's cruel grasp, unyielding and tight, chaos awaits in the endless night. Whispers of power, a pestilent tide, Mortarian's pride, with nowhere to hide. The destroyer plague, a grim reward, Nurgle's laughter echoes aboard. Bound by decay, they rise in his name. The Death God transformed, never the same. Plague-born sons with torment they bled, shambling forth where angels fear to tread. Mortarian stands, his sons by by his side. Through agony storm, their oaths collide. Grandfather's hand, the pact is sealed. The legion reborn, their fate revealed. Lies in the armor, rot in the soul. A Primarch remade, his heart grown cold. In terror shadow, their war drums beat. Pestilent warriors, no chance of retreat. Through breach and ruin, their banners fly. With death's embrace, they'll never die. The Lion's Gate, where hope was torn. Jagged blade meets the Plagueborn. Bound by decay, they rise in his name. The Death God transformed, never the same. Plagueborn sons with torment they bled, shambling forth where angels fear to tread. Typhus herald, chaos born, Mortarian's wrath, the plague sworn. In the warp, their legacy thrives, eternal servants where corruption lies. Mortarians fall, Typhus ascends, the death god song, it never ends.